and this is my Sprint 3 progress demo. In this sprint, I'm working on the enemy spawner implementation for each stage. So when the game starts, the stage 1 spawner is started with the stage 1 object, and the spawner then uses the stage 1 object to obtain the enemy objects that have patterns built into them, and then the thread determines how many and when and which patterns to spawn. When the stage changes through the temporary buttons, the game data detects the change. It stops the spawner of the previous stage and then starts the next spawner for the next stage. And then the spawners all currently behave exactly the same. So here you can see a little relationship diagram for each of the stages and then the game data. So the stage 1 has 3 types of enemies. They actually all have 3 types of enemies just for now. But the stage 1 is the one I've primarily been working on to work out all the bugs for my framework on here. And the stage 1, each of these are actually an enemy object that's created, and the update function is overridden, and then the logic to make it move a certain pattern on the screen is then built into it. And then the stage 1 spawner has just creates those objects and then adds them to the figures array list that has them rendered on the screen. And the stage 1 spawner can also determine how many can appear on the screen all at once. So in the demo that I will show you here, when I start, you can see 6 of them all appear at once. They come out and then they start bouncing up and down. The 6 of them appearing is actually the thread making 6 enemy 1 objects, and then the bouncing up and down, all the movement after they've been created is part of the object that's built into them. And then you can see these are enemy 2s, which are just randomly dotted around. They're just created at a random place and then they move onto the screen. And then these enemy 3s really don't do anything more than demonstrate how the spawner actually works. So the spawner is what's telling what Y value these spawn at, but the object itself contains the logic that moves it across the screen. Thank you.